can go for it.
Certainly has. And interestingly, two front runners in this race, Muse in the yellow colours and Valfinet normally makes the running, and they could just cut each other's throats and set the race up for Moorboard. But it's Valfinet that's leading. Valfinet in the lead from Muse in second place, and then Ecology showing in third with Mannery and the back marker as they jump. The first is indeed Moorboard, and they're all safely over. Head away down towards flight number 2. And as they come to it, Valfinet and Muse. Valfinet on the left, Muse on the right. And it's Valfinet jumping well from Muse in second. Callaghan's in third, Mannery 4. And then comes Moorboard. So they race away up past the stands, past the enclosures, up to the winning line for the first time. And it's Valfinet leading from Muse in second place. Callaghan showing in third. And then comes Mannery and Moorboard. And they've got just under a circuit to go now. So it's Valfinet leading, doing what he does well, and that's front running from Muse in second place, normally a front runner, and these two putting pace to the race for their 12:15 clear of the chasing group, Callaghan, Mannery and Moorboard. So quite a long run before they come to the third. And it's Valfinet leading from Muse in second, Valfinet and Muse. A long way clear of Callaghan, who's just a length in front of Moorboard and Mannery. So they've got two races going on here. This race between Valfinet and Muse, and later behind them is Callaghan and Moorboard and Mannery. So they go towards flight number 3. Flight number 3, and it's Valfinet, clear by about 5 lengths, comes to it. From Muse in second, wasn't that fluent there. Callaghan coming into it in third, and then Moorboard. Been given quite a lot to do by Tom Grantham, and the back marker is Mannery over the next. Valfinet, oh, he made a mistake there. Muse in second, and they're 15-20 lengths clear of the other 3. So, Valfinet leading, clear by 6 to Muse in second place. Valfinet and Muse, and they're still 15-20 lengths clear of Callaghan, Moorboard and Mannery. The leader is Valfinet, bowling along in front, looking well, striding out well, and going to the last on the far side, clear by about 5 or 6 lengths. Valfinet pops over it from Muse in second, and the third horse is Mannery, just ahead of Moorboard, who's on the outside of Callaghan. So they start the turn out of the back straight. And it's Valfinet still clear by 5. Richard Dunwoody just takes a peek over his shoulder, clear by 5 to Muse in second. The 13-8 favourite. Moorboard is in 4th place at 7-4. That's 7-2. Valfinet is looking useful now as they turn in, but here comes Muse after him. And so they've got under half a mile to go. They've got 2 more flights of hurdles to jump, and it's Muse coming to press Valfinet the outside. Muse and Valfinet a long way clear of Moorboard. Came from a long way back to win this race last year, but it'll be a miracle if he wins it this time. Come down towards the second flight of hurdles, and as they come down to it, it's Muse on the right and Valfinet on the left. They've still got 2 to jump. And it's Muse just edging into the lead from Valfinet. Muse comes to it by a neck, by a half. Muse comes to it, pops over it. Valfinet in second place. Can he rally on this occasion? Moorboard is back in third, and it's Muse going for everything now from Valfinet in second. They're tired horses, but Muse is fit and is coming down towards the final flight with a lead of 5 lengths, and he skips over it. And it's Muse who takes it up from Valfinet second, and Moorboard staying on at the 1 pace in third. As they race up towards the line, Muse won 6 races in his career so far. This is going to be number 7. This is the Agfa hurdle, and it goes to Muse, being ridden out by Paul Holley, coming home 8-10 lengths clear of Valfinet. And at the line, Muse is the winner from Valfinet in second place. Third horse home is Moorboard, and then a long way back to Mannery, who was outclassed. So too was Callaghan, and so the result then of this, the Agfa hurdle, it's a win for number 1 Muse in the colours of White Horse Racing Limited. Muse, the 13-8 favourite. Paul Holley gives a thumbs up to fans in the crowd, having ridden his 18th winner of the season. And this one trained by David Elsworth, and coming down towards the final flight, he came to pick the cherry of Valfinet, and he's gone on and stayed on up the hill very well indeed. This is a fairly fast run race given the prevailing conditions. Muse normally front runs, didn't take Valfinet on, they didn't cut each other's throats. He played second fiddle wisely. Mulbore could never get into the hunt at all. Nervous exhaustion of the week and the thought of racing 2 consecutive weeks, much too much for the old boy. But it's Muse who's come up the hill and come home in style to take his 7th race. And really now a serious champion hurdle contender. He was conceding weight, albeit a couple of pounds, to some of his rivals here. Mannery was a useful handicapper, or is a useful handicapper, could never ever get competitive. Competent win by Muse.
Well, lovely to see Muse get the reward for all the fine races he's won. This is only his 7th victory. Usually he makes all the running. Today Valfinet did that and folded up rather well. I suppose we can't say it's surprising that he folded up, because Chester told us that he didn't think Valfinet was ready, and unusually for one of Martin Pipe's, that turned out to be true. He did fold up, but I'm afraid Jim will be disappointed with old Mulboard, never really in the hunt.
Never got into the race. It's easy to be a jockey in the stands, and only Tom Grantham will know how the horse was going. Maybe he was just at his cruising speed, but he was never going to win from where he came from today. Muse got in a little bit close to the last, but still quick over it, deserved his win. Valfinet is a bit of an enigma, this horse, because Peter Scudamore rode him in this race last year, got an awful lot further, and well, I thought it was all over bar the writing, and thought he was sure to win, dropped out very quickly again, but Muse really stuck to his guns. Poor Holley still having to work hard. Horses, they'll pull up and trot in 2 strides, and just keeping him going hands and heels. And I should think he'll be looking forward to riding this fella at Cheltenham come March.